And in the front with the shorter hair, you see Feng Tianwei, the world ranked number 5 player and the top seed in this tournament. She's the number 1 player from Singapore, playing her teammate, Yu Mengyu, with the slightly longer hair, 5th seed in this tournament, world ranked number 12. And you can see there head-to-head that Feng Tianwei is the favorite, having won 7 of the 10 times they've faced off in Pro Tours. And even after an hour-and-a-half warm-up this morning, the players shake hands and it is all business from here on out. Game face is on. Friendship takes a hold. Yu Mengyu played in the China Open, as did Feng Tianwei. And Yu Mengyu came out of it a bit sick. Had a pretty serious cough for the past about 5 days or so on the airplane. Sounded like it might be questionable if she would even be able to play, but has shown great form. She beat Mu Jingyu from China and Chen Ke from China, the 17-year-old who beat Kasumi Ishikawa. That was in the quarterfinals. Both players, as you can see, are going to be studying this match very carefully afterwards. It's common for players to set up their camera and capture all the moments so they can look at their performance point by point, and even more specifically to study their game and their opponent's game. Feng Tianwei, one of the athletes of the year from Singapore on Singapore Airlines. Her face was all over the newspapers. She's a 2010 world champion in the team's World Table Tennis Championships, conquering China. First time that's happened in modern history for women. And she's also a bronze medalist from the 2012 Olympics in the women's singles. 27 years old, full of experience, and the favorite in this match. Outstanding consistency from both sides, very compact game, very efficient strokes, cool demeanor. Yu Mengyu on the other side of the table. The world ranked number 12 is 24 years old. A little bit more of a snapshot, more power, a little bigger stroke. To beat Chen Ke in the quarterfinals, Yu Mengyu pulled out a very impressive performance. So even though she's only won 3 out of 10 matches against teammate Feng Tianwei, this should be a very interesting style matchup, and it could be anybody's game. Looks like there's a pause on the game face. A little friendship break during the warm-up. And here we have Elmel Rabi from Lebanon, our umpire. He's a teacher for sports education in Lebanon. Former table tennis player, but never played at the national level. Many of the officials at this tournament, big fans of table tennis. To get here, Feng Tianwei beat Lu Shui from France, the 19th seed in the tournament, world ranked number 42. She also beat Shan Xiaona from Germany, which was a tough match. Shan is the 9th seed in this tournament, world ranked number 19. And in the quarterfinals, Feng Tianwei beat Wang Manyu of China, the number 25 player in China. And even with the world ranking of 107, was a very tough match. So Feng Tianwei fighting to go to the finals. This could be her 3rd championships. Best of 7, love all. Spin shot to start it off, blocked into the net out to the forehand side. Feng takes her serve. Another strong loop out to the forehand side. Yu still settling into her game, mostly blocking so far. Of course, with Feng serving, she's going to control the points. Lucky break off the top of the net. One more point for Feng Tianwei. And the spinny opening backhand over the table from Feng Tianwei creates a high long shot from Yu Mengyu, and now it's a 4-point lead. Nice early start for Feng Tianwei. And another break off the top of the net. We got to see some of Yu Mengyu's power on that. She really cracked through a forehand, but the ball came back. That was the snap turn, and that next ball breaking the rhythm off the top of the net. Very patient play as the ball comes off the table, and Feng spins it up. Yu managing to keep the block right back into the backhand corner. Their first point this game, trailing by 4, now with the serve. Heavy, heavy push over the table by Feng, and Yu lifts it up, loads it with spin. Feng not able to keep it down. It's 2 in a row for Yu. Beautiful forehand out wide to the backhand side. Started off the rally with a long serve into the backhand corner. And that's 3 in a row for Yu. Feng still has a 2-point lead. Backhand receive a little bit high, giving the third ball opportunity to Feng. She capitalizes, 6-3. And once again, handcuffed by the serve of Feng Tianwei. Perfect placement, ball spun up, slow right into the wheelhouse. Feng Tianwei turns, cracks it down the backhand corner. Heavy spin kicking up in the backhand to backhand rally. Right now it seems like Yu's got to be shaking off the morning dew, still settling into her game. This game is all Feng Tianwei right now. Yu still waiting to turn and get her forehand attack in. Banana flip over the table. A little bit of side spin to hook that ball into the body. Yu trying some different tactics to get points in game 1. And Feng Tianwei with a quick recovery, staying close to the table, now has 6 game points. Yu trailing 4-10. And the side swiping push over the table goes long. It's 11-4 for Feng Tianwei to take game 1. We'll be back with game 2 in just a minute. And as the players come back to the table for game 2, Yu Mengyu is going to start with the serve. Neither player has a coach in their corner right now because they both play under the same coach. Reverse pendulum serve. She waits on the backhand corner, getting that forehand attack into play. First point goes to Yu. And Feng Tianwei with a brilliant shot way out wide to the backhand. Her game has tons of angles in it. You can hear the cough right now of Yu Mengyu. She's at full extension there just to cover the table. A little bit of help off the top of the net. Same thing happened last point, but Feng Tianwei managed to return the ball. Feng trailing 1-2. Serve short to the forehand with a bit of topspin, flipped out. Nice service variation from Feng to tie it up. Again, Feng Tianwei right at the table, right off the bounce with the wide shot, forcing you to take her shots a little bit off balance without her footing. It's got to be a rushed shot when it's out there. Finding the net again with the forehand. Half of them have hit the net and gone in, and half have hit the net and gone out. When Yu Mengyu settles into her forehand, this game will be a different game. Yu Mengyu playing a lot of blocking right now. Saw Feng turn the corner and hit it out to the middle forehand side. And 2 times in that point, Yu Mengyu puts explosive power on the backhand, really tries to amp it up, but it comes right back. Feng Tianwei prepared, used to the fast-paced game. Now has a 4-point lead. Bit of a miss hit after a fast push into the body. Yu Mengyu trying to spin it up. We can see the wheels turning. She's trying everything. It was a solid backhand the first time we've seen a forced error. Yu putting some pressure on Feng Tianwei, and this time getting the point. Yu fought really hard to get back in that point. Feng Tianwei placed 2 balls right on the elbow of Yu, and then Yu managed to drive Feng Tianwei off the table, force her into some distant defense. If you can manage to do that, she'll be in much better shape. And this is the best point we've seen so far this match. Angles played all around, spins from both sides. I think the points are only going to get better from here. This is a 4 out of 7 match. Players still early in the match. Nice turn there. She hugs the ball into the forehand side. Really getting the core into that ball. Still trailing by 3, 1 serve left for you. Finds the net but stays on her side of the table, does not crawl over. See Feng rushing in quick to recover the ball if she needs to. Still in a great position up 4 toward the end of this game, 9-5. And a swat defensive shot, sort of a last Last effort there, and now it's 5 game points for Feng Tianwei. Excellent combo after a long push to the forehand. Gets Feng Tianwei to move off the table a little bit out wide and then blasts it back behind her. We've seen several long pushes into the backhand corner, but Feng Tianwei's adapted very well. Regains her position right away after a spin shot. 4 game points left. And the backhand to backhand, Feng tries to play to the elbow, just long. Looks like Yu's on to a little bit of strategy here, figuring something out. Late in the game, but not necessarily too late. After a heavy underspin serve, gets a third ball spin shot, and now it's a 2-point game. The last 3 points have gone to Yu Mengyu. Changing up the pace and the spin a little bit. Feng Tianwei having trouble keeping it on. And after the reverse pendulum, keeps the ball in play with the third ball. Spin shot blocked into the net, and Feng holds on to it. 11-8 to win game 2 and go up 2-0. Game 3 will be back just after this break.
First game of the score. Feng Tianwei of Singapore is the winner of the game over Yu Mengyu by the score 11-4. Feng Tianwei, for the second game, Feng Tianwei has been leading the game over the score of 11-8 against Yu Mengyu from Singapore.
Feng Tianwei going to start off game 3 up 2-0. Very lucky break. You can see the shoulder shrug, a little bit of laughter from Yu Mengyu. A misreceive and the ball just barely caught the edge of the table. You can see Yu Mengyu's trying to turn, get a little bit of power into the play. That's her biggest threat. When she gets her forehand attack in, it's a lot of extra wrist on it, even from the backhand side. And Yu Mengyu stays on the backhand. Feng Tianwei keeps nailing that pocket right into the elbow, making uncomfortable shot after uncomfortable shot for Yu, but Yu still wins the point. With one more serve, she's up 2-1. Coming back into the table for the backhand punch shot. Not able to land it. Very difficult shot on the move. Tied up at 2 points apiece. Lead service. And after a strong receive out wide to the forehand side as Feng Tianwei turns the corner, the recovery shot behind her does not land. Feng Tianwei's control and angles too strong right now. She's keeping you on the run every shot. Beautiful forehand deep down on the line of the backhand side. Yu's having a lot of trouble finding any holes in the game of Feng Tianwei in top form. And look at that ball off the side of the table, so wide. Nice change up on the serve, deep on the table. Yu's trying to mix up the serve, see if she can earn herself a better third ball opportunity. Finish the points quickly. Once they get into longer rallies, the experience of Feng Tianwei is taking control. Unbelievable. Feng Tianwei recovering a few shots there. After big forehand, came right back with the block from Yu onto the table, and then the wide one is the finisher. Slapped back, and then even wider cross court. Yu's got nothing she can do there. Excellent conditioning from Feng Tianwei. Beautiful forehand flip over the table to finish the point quickly. Serve was not very high. Well anticipated from Yu. Steps in and closes it out. Still trailing by 2, 4-6 with the serve. Heavy spin after another. Feng Tianwei catches the top of the net for a lucky break. At that point, you played the middle a little bit better. You could see Feng Tianwei trying to turn on that ball. It's been very difficult for you to find the middle. One of Feng Tianwei's strengths is that she pretty much makes that middle disappear. And an early turn after the serve. Ball comes into the backhand corner where Feng Tianwei's waiting for it to take the point. And you placed it right on the elbow, but Feng Tianwei turned quickly. Quick decision, no hesitation. Got a nice forehand spin in there. 2 in a row, and then waiting for the third on the backhand corner. Heavy push deep into the backhand as Yu tries to take it to the short side of the table with no success, and now is fighting off 5 game points. Trying for the wide out angled backhand, and it is 11-5 for Feng Tianwei, convincing game 3. Feng Tianwei leads 3-0. We'll be back with game 4 just after this break.
Tianwei of Singapore is the winner of the game over Yu Mengyu by the score 11-5.
Game 4, Yu Mengyu trailing 0 games to 3, has the serve to start it off. Yu Mengyu keeping the paddle high, making sure to stay in the rally, but not able to get a little extra wrist in there. So she's missing the power that she usually has that got her all the way to the semifinals. There were several big shots in that rally for Yu Mengyu to win the point. She has to work very hard both sides, forehand and backhand. Wasn't until about the 5th attack that she actually won that point. Feng Tianwei stepping in, getting the ball early and playing it wide out to the forehand. Yu in a very uncomfortable place, trying to block that back. There's a nice opportunity on a little higher spinnier ball. Goes for the punch shot, not able to put it in. And we don't see a lot of points like that. Feng Tianwei spinning to the middle of the table, a little bit high and long. Light push from Yu Mengyu, looked a little bit heavier. Misread from Feng Tianwei. And this time she overcompensates on the block. Now it's tied up at 3 points each. Excellent counterattack right near the table. Yu Mengyu making Feng Tianwei do the running this point. Very high pressure shot to finish it. So far, just a block has not been enough. She's really got to put some pace on every ball if she wants to finish it. Right idea, tries to play wide to the forehand. Overcompensating a little bit. Neck and neck, it's point for point right now at 4 each. A little bit of a late move to the middle from Feng Tianwei. Jammed on the backhand. Excellent exchange there. Ball's played to the middle. U-turned. Locked back in. Change of pace throughout. And Feng Tianwei turned the corner early. Yu Mengyu saw it, made the move to the forehand side. Feng Tianwei quickly recovering, getting right back into the table. Yu Mengyu seemed rested, in control in that point. Backhand to backhand. She prevails. Spinny forehand. Yu Mengyu really gets down low before she takes the shot. Legs and whole body into it. Has a 2-point lead now. It's 7-5 with the serve. Nice slow backhand spinning, then following it with a fast, low trajectory backhand to take the point, and it's a 3-point lead. Yu Mengyu looking at her best shot right now to put a game on the board. And again with an angular shot from the backhand side, bending away down the forehand line. Shot didn't even seem possible before Feng Tianwei hit it. Yu Mengyu prepared for the attack from a deep on the table spin shot. Feng spinning it long, now trailing by 3 with 1 serve left. And overshoots the shot to the forehand side of the table. And it is 4 game points for Yu Mengyu to take this to a 5th game. Rushes the backhand a little bit, but Feng Tianwei placed it well onto the elbow. Fights off the first game point. See that shot, Yu Mengyu standing up just a little bit to get to that ball. It catches the edge of her blade. Still, 3 game points left. There it is, getting the legs into it, the big spinning shot from down below the table, and Yu Mengyu puts a game on the board, is trailing 1 game to 3. Back with game 5 just after this break.
Yu Mengyu has been winning the game at the score of 11-7 against Feng Tianwei.
현재 게임 스코어는 2대1로 황태환 선수가 이기고 있습니다.
Feng Tianwei is leading score of 3-1.
상대방은 3대1입니다.
And as the players come back to the table for game 5, Feng Tianwei leads 3 games to 1 over Yu Mengyu in purple. Both players from Singapore. 3-1 love all, Feng Tianwei's serve. Top of the net, but stays on her side of the table. Now Feng Tianwei gets the first point. Higher spinnier ball close to the net. Feng Tianwei sees the opportunity, tries to come in, crush the ball from on top. But it was spinny close to the net and a little bit out of reach. And we don't see Feng Tianwei miss too many of those. Long ball, light push to the forehand side. Spinning it to the backhand corner. Feng Tianwei fighting to be in the finals right now for the first time since 2011, where she won this tournament. And Yu Mengyu staying right next to the table, changing the angles, backhand, backhand, 1 out to the forehand, and then again later in the rally. You can see she covers the forehand corner there well, making it a little more difficult for Feng Tianwei to win the point by playing wide. Excellent receive, flip from over the table. We've seen it a few times this match, and it's been very successful when she uses it. It's a selective receive. Now it's a 3-point lead for Yu Mengyu. Lead service. And an excellent 1-2 combo. Out wide to the backhand, then wide cross court to the forehand. And Yu Mengyu just barely getting to the ball. Even if she makes it, the next one's going to be a tough shot. So much work for 1 point. Yu Mengyu dipping down low for a spinny backhand, forehand, backhand. Really putting in the work on this point. And finally, she gets Feng Tianwei to fall. Back up to a 3-point lead, 5-2 with the serve. Very clever play. One soft, one fast, one soft, one fast. Yu Mengyu getting Feng Tianwei way off the table, playing a fishing point. High success when she can do that, but it's not easy to get Feng Tianwei to budge. She knows where she's best, and it's close to the table. Feng Tianwei changes it up, serves from the middle, then stepping around the backhand for the forehand attack, trying to go wide cross court. No luck. Now trailing by 5. Clever idea. Pops up a little bit, misread on the serve, not as heavy underspin as it appeared. After a fast backhand, you can see Yu Mengyu trying to turn and take the ball to the short side of the table. Difficult shot. Last 2 points have gone to Feng Tianwei. There's a 7-2 lead for Yu. See if she can hang on to this lead and take it to a 6th game. And we can see the tactic, the change of pace. Nice adjustment from Feng Tianwei. Staying in and able to keep control of the placement on the ball. Timeout is called by Yu Mengyu. That's 4 points in a row that have gone to Feng Tianwei. It's a good time for a timeout. Yu Mengyu is not going to get any outside opinion on this, any insight. She's going to have to think for herself what has changed from the first 9 points of this game to be winning 7 of those 9 points to the last 4 in a row. From the commentator's booth, it appears that the slow play into the middle followed by the big backhand, the snapshot that she has deep into the backhand corner, opens up the table a bit, and then she can play out wide to the forehand if the ball comes back. But she only has time for one big shot after the first slow one. When she plays it slow and then gets a ball into the elbow, Feng Tianwei is taking away that powerful shot. That 5th ball attack. You can see Yu Mengyu deep in thought. And as she comes back to the table, she's still leading 7-6, down 1 game to 3 in the women's singles semifinals. And this strategy's worked for Feng Tianwei to serve long to the backhand and then turn the corner This time she spins it into the top of the net and out. Nice break for Yu to go up 8-6. First point in 5 that she's won. And 2 slower spinnier shots for Yu Mengyu, followed by a little bit of pace, and now she's up 9-6. Things are starting to get a bit more interesting in this match. Short ball to the middle. Feng Tianwei trying to play it out wide to the forehand, not able to do it, and now she's serving against 4 game points. Serve carries long to the middle. Last minute decision from Yu to turn. 3 game points left for Yu Mengyu. And Feng Tianwei trying to play short to the forehand side with the spin has not worked for her this game. And Yu Mengyu takes it 11-7 to make it a 2-3 match. Game 6 coming back in just a moment.
The score of 5th game, Yu Mengyu has been winning the game at the score of 11-7 against Feng Tianwei.
Game 6 starts with Yu Mengyu serving. Bit of an unforced error for the first point on the forehand spin shot of Yu Mengyu. Punched back into the body, deep on the table. Feng Tianwei takes a second point. And Yu Mengyu's getting into longer rallies. A little bit of extra spin. It's very rare that the cameraman catches the person screaming the cheer from the crowd. Impressive anticipation from our cameraman. Feng Tianwei's anticipation, some of the best in the world, leading 3-0. Staying right on the middle, right now playing the line, the middle line of the table. The strategy is really working to handcuff Yu Mengyu. Not able to turn, get her legs into the ball. Fast shots one after another, looking for the opportunity. Feng Tianwei getting in 2 forehands there, the last one clipping the edge of the blade. And Yu Mengyu had a lot of time to look at that one as she turned, ran around the corner. Not able to play the ball on the short side. Now trailing by 4. see the body language, the head shake. Feng Tianwei is running away with this game. If something doesn't change for you, Feng is going to be in the finals, trying to pull a record of 3 Korea Open championships. Lead service. And Yu Mengyu with the fast push out wide to the forehand, blocks the third ball right to the middle. And after a nice spinny ball to the short side of the table, Feng Tianwei anticipates, gets there, and counters it right back cross court. Yu Mengyu down 2-7 in game 6, 2 games to 3. Excellent backhand receive over the forehand side of the table for Feng Tianwei to go up 8-2. Lead service. And the reverse pendulum clipped into the top of the net. It's a 7-point lead for Feng Tianwei. A little bit of slop on the last shot as it goes long. Even with this big of a lead at this level, neither player, especially not Feng Tianwei, can soften up. Fast push into the body. Now just a 5-point game. Yu Mengyu working her way back in. After a bit of a break off the top of the net, Yu Mengyu not able to get the point, and Feng Tianwei has 6 match points in game 6 to move on to the women's singles finals. And that's it, right into the body. Feng Tianwei takes down teammate Yu Mengyu, world rank number 12, 5th seed in this tournament. And the top seed, Feng Tianwei, is moving on to the women's singles finals at the Korea Open. Stick around because we've got Yang Ha-eun of Korea versus Han Ying of Germany for the 2nd women's singles semifinals coming up just after this.
잠시 후에는 경기대 한유 선수와 한국의 양하은 선수